But yeah, I came to a conclusion today that it's like when you single and you make your own money, like my experience, I live my best life. But it's like when I start dating people, that's when like the weirdos start coming in, because it's like they come in a situation, they start wanting to change up and control everything and change up your whole life, and they got an issue with how you doing this and where you going and that and that. Like they change up your whole fucking life. Like they change up your whole single life. Like, and that's why I always said making my money and being by myself is the best thing, because like I could do what the fuck I want without monitoring spirits or just, you know, being uncomfortable and being like out, like just being uncomfortable and out the box basically. But that's the thing I noticed, like these people really contradict themselves. First they be like, oh, I don't like prostitutes, I don't like sex workers, I don't like hoes, I don't like whores, I don't like this and that. But you giving your attention to that, that's all you giving your attention to, right? And let's say you're not a prostitute, you're not a sex worker, you're not an escort, you're not whatever. It's only 3 ways you could go in this world. You either that, or you got your own, like you're independent, you got your own job, like you know, it's different levels to take. But like I was saying, you don't get an award for not being, like as a woman, I peeped that. You don't get an award for just being a virgin. You don't get an award for being single. You don't get an award for not being a prostitute, a sex worker, or, you know, dancing. Like literally all you have to do is just dance or be an entertainer, be in the entertainment industry. It's like, and people be so, I don't know why people be so jealous and of people bags. That's how you make your bag. Last time I checked, I could Google so many clubs right now. That's how people make their money. Okay, so it's like, why are you mad at the next person for trying to make money how they want to make it? You could choose what you want to be in life. And like I said, I could choose what I want to be in life, and I'm not doing it. I don't have to work until I get the options that I want. You feel what I'm saying? Like, until that area opens up to me, then I'll be willing to work. You feel me? But I'm not working no job that's not incompatible with me. I'm a woman, I'm not a man. So why would I be a carpenter? Why would I be, you know, I could like, don't get me wrong, I could pitch in and here and there. I could be an architect, I could be this and the third, whatever. Don't even matter. I feel like it don't even matter. It doesn't matter. It really don't matter. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. So that's just what I came up with today. You don't get a reward for being good, or you don't get a reward for just existing, or just, you know, like you have to put in extra work to get noticed. You have to put in extra work to get where you want to go. That's what I noticed. So yeah, that's what I came up with. And like, even me, like, I don't know. I really don't know. I'd rather wait until I get an answer to then make a decision. I'm not going to be forced and rushed to make a decision, and I'm still, you know, you're still just being in the same loop. You're still going to be in the same cycle. And that's just not what I'm aiming for. You know, I'm aiming for upgrades. Like, that's how I live my life. That's how I experience my life. The first 2 years, I got experience. You know, the first 2 years, you making whatever, $2,000. Now, the third year, you starting to make a little more, an extra $500 a year. You know, you making more money as time go on. On the 6th, 7th year, you feel me, you should have at least triple of that money saved up. You should start, you feel, that's how I view my life. So it's like, I'm 25 years old, and I started my business at 17 years old. I invested with my own hard work earned money. I was working 2 jobs, and that knowledge it still kept me up. So I don't care what nobody say. Take all of that shit away. What you gonna be left with? I'm still smart. I'm still knowledgeable. I'm still standing. Like, nobody could try to make me feel bad for not being rushed. Like, you feel bad because you salty as shit. That's what that was. Like, and that's all it is gonna be. And like I said, I'm waiting to make a decision. Like, you don't have to make a decision. That's why you got processes. People go to court every 3 months. They go to court every 4 months, every 6 months. They check in with these people you check in with your therapist every once a month. That's just how life is. You just check in when you need to check in. But I'm not forcing nothing. And I'm not rushing anything either. Because I need to know what the fuck going on. Every time I make a decision, I feel like the whole world moved with my decision. That's why I gotta be careful what I'm doing. Because it's like, as soon as I move, you feel me, here comes somebody else moving. You feel me? It's like that. So it's like, I don't feel like I have freedom, but I have limited freedom. You know what I'm saying? Real freedom is like waking up and you could do whatever the fuck you want to do at any time. Like literally, that's real freedom. Is literally doing what you want to do at any time in the day, at any moment. You don't got no restrictions. Nobody tied down to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a car. That's what I'm saying. It's like you people will always triangulate you to bring you to their notch, or to bring you to their level of understanding or knowledge. But they don't even have access to what you have access to, because they never put the work in. You never sat down and be like, let me learn this person. No. These motherfuckers be like, I'm good, I got everything I need, I'm gonna keep going. You feel me? And that's just how the world is. You could pick and choose what you're ready for and what you're not ready for. So it's like, I don't want to be around people that's switching up on me. You feel me? I need to be around a stable community that knows me and I know them, and that's just what it is. I'm too old for that shit. I'm too old to be, I'm too old to be put in situations of poverty and like depression and all of this. That's why I said I took all this time out to learn. I'm not just business minded. Like, don't get me wrong. I got a lot of shit under my belt because I continue to learn. I don't just be like, yeah, I achieved the highest I could achieve, and then I'm gonna keep pushing, because information always moves. Information is new. It's just science. That's life. There's always something new out there. Mentally, physically, spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Materialistically. So that's just, even with money, like, I'm a business owner, so I know how money flows. I understand the language of money. Money is not supposed to be sitting down for a long ass time. Like, it's gonna get moldy and old and all that shit. That's not what money is for. Money is for consistency. You feel me? In and out. It's in and out. That's just the relationship of money. It's always gonna be like that. And the stagnant money, that's another thing. Like, as somebody who deals with money, it's like, there's nothing wrong with stagnant money, but I don't think stagnant money is good. It's really not good, especially if you like a business owner, because that's a whole nother thing. Because people could plot on you. And that's why I said what I said. That's why I move how I move, especially when I first started my business. Like, I wasn't going through all of that stuff for nothing. Whether somebody was intentionally planting that energy on me, projecting that energy on me, or that was just what was happening, either way, you know, that shit gotta go back to where the fuck it came from. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I don't want it to be like the first time around. I really don't. Like, the first time around, I got all the experience that I needed to get, and I learned from that. And I'm like, all right, there's nothing wrong with it. But if I would have did something different, I would have just, like, it's just so many ways. Because you have to factor, when you have a business, you have to factor a lot of things in your business. It's not just one thing. You gotta get security. You have to, I'm telling you, it's a whole list I have to go down, and I don't want to talk about this on a thing. But that's why I say I'm doing this shit by myself. I did this shit by myself. I did this shit by myself. I saved up my own money, and I invested my money, and I paid these people to invest in my business for me. Yes, I paid you. You was an employee at one point in time. So you can't sit here and act like I'm not no CEO, because I definitely am a CEO. There you go. I be hiring, firing, promoting. And then when you a business owner, you get to see, like, I'm sorry, it kind of it exposes you to how other people run their business. And that's why I said, I know those lines are tricky. That's why I said what works for you works for you, and you do what works for you. That's I always pay attention to that. You feel me? Because that's true. What works for you works for you. Now it don't work for everybody else. So that's why I say I don't want, I just want to get my shit how I get it. Like, if you see me and I do 2 clients a day, that's why I say you gotta mind your business, because you be seeing people. I know people be wondering, like, I seen this hair salon on the corner. It been closed down for like 2 months. The joint closed down on it for 2 months, and you see them on the 3rd month, and you be like, what? I be wondering. I be like, how you still open? How you still got the business and all that? It's because these people, they either saved it, or something happened and the insurance took over. You feel me? And there's nothing wrong with asking questions when it comes to your business. I need to know everything, because this shit, that's why I say I don't really want to own a business. Like, I don't want a big business. I want a financial stable. I had my business. It was financially stable until I had to move, until my lease was up. And I had to move my location. And when I moved my location, I lost my client in the process, because I moved damn near, I probably moved like 11 miles away from that location. And that's a big change. If you a hairdresser all the way in North Korea and you go all the way to Africa, what is the chances of you having the same layout and the same clientele? It's not going to be the same. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is, like, people don't, it's like I can only like give you the review of my life, and maybe you could dissect it and be like, oh, I see why this went the way it went. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much stuff going in my life. If it was easy for me to do it, I would do it. But it's not easy. It's really not. Like, and I matter, because, I'm not going to give you no half-ass fucking service. Like, I run my business different. I like quality. I love quality. I hate stuff that's not quality. Especially when it comes to like meat and stuff like that. Fresh, I like fresh stuff. But that's a whole nother thing.
I feel the rain. He didn't say where he was stuck at. He said he's somewhere stuck.
But yeah, the lashes that I ordered, the tools that I ordered, all of that is money. That's expensive. I'm investing into that stuff. And when I first invested into my business, I invested, like, I'm telling you, I invested triple. You feel me? So it's like, I learned from that go around too. You know what I'm saying? I learned from not only my point of view, I'm learning from the customer, the clientele point of view, and what their feedback is saying. They make me feel like I do the best lashes. They really do. But I did come across some clients that they either had an issue with the style, they had an issue with the length, or I don't really run into too many problems. I really don't. Like, you know, I listen to if the lash glue you might be allergic to the lash glue, all of that. And even with my website, when I was making my website, I put all of the disclaimers on my website in the consent. So you have to read those things too, especially if you're accepting a service by me. So I really took my business so serious, like, you feel me? And it's like, even now, I still want to do it. I still want to do my services. It's just, I want to find a perfect location. It can't be, like, this is a perfect location. It's just houses down here. I bet I could find, like, a nice studio or, like, a garage. Not even a garage, but, like, you know, something like that to do work out of. I found this place. They charge like $500 a month. I think they charge like $500 a month, or for something, $480, $500 for rent. But that's like, I'm telling you, I like to have a schedule. And when you're an entrepreneur, like, that schedule thing is non-existent. Like, you learn being an entrepreneur that life is unpredictable. So yeah, like, I could, you feel me? I could be like, yeah, the first week I'm making, like, you know, I'm making a good amount of money as a lash tech, whatever, $500-$600. That's a month. Sometimes you can make even more money. Like, I think I made up to like $2,000. I've seen on my pay stub. But that, I was working 2 jobs. So I'm not saying that's all of that. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, let's say I was to rent out a place, right? I could only cover half of that clientele wise. Like, I wouldn't even be able to cover my whole rent. And then that's what I'm saying. Somebody would have to pitch in and help me with the other half of my rent. Like, I wouldn't mind doing it. Listen, when I picture something in my brain, that shit come out in reality. I make that shit happen. Okay? Not everybody could do that, and it's not for everybody to do. Because people don't have no fucking control over certain shit. But yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it in Philly, but I like this area to do lashes in. Like, I'm in 11th and Spring Garden. This is the perfect area to do lashes. Like, I'm between everything. I'm not gonna say between everything, but I am. Like, if you want to come to get a nice experience in a spa treatment, I would actually travel to this part of the city because it's less traffic. It's, you know, it's openly ventilated. I don't know if that makes sense, but I like this area because it's like it's close to everything. It's 11th and Spring Garden. This is where the bridge meets. This is where everybody come off on the exchange, the highway, whatever. So yeah, I wouldn't mind. I would probably just text. I gotta call who I gotta call. I gotta look around. But like I said, I gotta reinvest in some of my products. I have to get more lashes. I have to get more tools. I gotta get my lash bed. You know, I did it before, so I could do it again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I did it before. Definitely could do it again. That's not an issue. It's just when am I going to do it? That's the thing. I got it in mind. I just need a small space for lashes. And I was thinking like over time, because when you building it, like you can always change it. I noticed that. Like the prices, everything. Like I put real thought into all of my decisions. I already did the work. You feel me? I did the work. Now I'm just trying to, on the other half, that work already done. So it's like when I get on the other half, it should be smooth selling. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, because I did the work on the other end. So yeah.